Yeah, he's not going to go tomorrow. We'll reevaluate when we get to Toronto. Upper body injury.
Was it on the play that just before the power play goal when he kind of collided with Zaitsev?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, but you're not thinking long term as far as IR is concerned or anything like that?
No, not at this moment. Try and loosen him up and see what happens.
Can we ask about the goaltending situation then for tomorrow? Is it Hogberg, and who backs up? Is it?
Well, we have Gustafsson here. Today, obviously with COVID, you can't get guys in and out. So Hoggy will start tomorrow. The Court's playing tonight in Laval, and Gus will back up. So we'll reevaluate everything after tomorrow's game and see where we're at.
We'll go to Ken Warren at Post Media.
Yeah, hi DJ. Just if Hogberg's starting tomorrow, I mean, anything you can say? What do you expect from him? What do you need from him tomorrow?
Just to be himself. You know what? I think one of the things, that's maybe hard about playing, in Canada for some of these guys is the pressure they put on themselves. And if you're reading the media and you're reading all these things, he was a great for us last year. He's had a couple, off starts, but here's a kid that really works hard, battles in practice. His teammates love him, lost his father a year ago. And you know what? Guys are there to support him. And you know what? Going through tough times like this, not just him, but our team, we're going to come out on the good side of this. And everyone's going to remember what it was like, when we couldn't win games, and you learn from this. And I think he's no different. And he's going to battle out of it because that's what he's done his whole career.
We'll go to Callum Fraser, NHL.com.
Hi, DJ. You're trying to break out of a pretty significant slump here, obviously, 13 of 14. I guess we could have called it devastating, obviously, if Murray was out long-term, but is this just simply frustrating, seeing as statistically, like he was turning his game around the past 4 games?
For sure it is. There's a lot of things that are frustrating, but if you're not positive in a situation like this, you're never going to get out of it. And I see little victories here and there that maybe people don't see. The period we put together in Edmonton at the end, the period we put together in Winnipeg at the start. Hey, and other teams are going to push back against us. And right now, we're ending up on the losing end. But valuable minutes are being played by a lot of young kids. Valuable lessons are being learned on how to win hockey games. And I think a lot of times you forget that experience is going through this. And Brady Tkachuk and Thomas Chabot going through this are going to be way better for it. And they're going to be able to lead these kids for a long time. And they're doing the things night in, night out right now to try and help us. But they're going to be able to draw on these experiences later on and make sure that this is a team that's going to win for a long time.
Wayne Scanlon, Sportsnet.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned a couple of dominant periods you guys have had lately. When you watch those games and then you see like you don't get a goal out of that. I know as a coach, you must be thinking if we could just get one that we could build on. And then, of course, they get a quick one in the second period. Is there anything you can say to the guys? I mean, the last thing you want is to put more pressure on them.
No, I don't know if you just got to keep working. You got to find a way to make your own luck. Get to the front of the net, score an ugly one. I remember, I bring it up, I was in Colorado, and Milan Hajduk, who's one of the best goal scorers, in a long time in that era, hadn't scored in forever. And he had chance after chance, and it never went in. Then all of a sudden, he got an empty netter one night in San Jose, and then he just took off. I think he finished, top 10 in scoring. So, you know what? Even the best players go through it. So it's not different to anyone. Right now, it's frustrating because it seems like a lot of guys are, in a slump. But guys are working. It's not for a lack of effort. Let's hope we can get a couple breaks and we can get going.
Matt Tidcombe, Senators.com.
Hey, DJ, just looking at the lines that were posted today, is this appear, or is it correct to say that it looks like Cedric Paquette will get into tomorrow's game?
Yes, he will play. You know what? He's been very patient. He came to me and and said, I understand the team's playing much better. And all he did was work, never complained. He's been a true pro, and he'll come in and give us, some good solid hockey. And he's a guy who's won a Stanley Cup. I mean, he's not going to, carry any kind of frustration into a game like this. He's been in all kinds of big games, so I think he can help us.
Jeff Hamilton, Winnipeg Free Press.
Hey, Coach, just got a quick question about Tim Stützle. Just was wondering what has impressed you most about him, as understanding he's got lots to work on still, but what's impressed you most about him on the ice as a player and off the ice as a person?
Well, he's so coachable. You know, a lot of times you see young guys that maybe high prospects that are kind of set in their ways, and it takes a little bit for them to learn how the league goes. And you know, you see guys that take long times to figure out how to win in this league. And he's very coachable. His attitude is unbelievable. He's always smiling. He just loves the game. I mean, he was the best player on the ice today by a landslide. He's flying out there. He just loves to play hockey, and it's great to see.
Final one is Kelly Moore, CJOB.
Hi, DJ. Just you mentioned Wayne had mentioned some of the good periods your team has had in this series. When you look back on the video, I think in 3 occasions the Jets have scored 3 or more goals in a period. Has that been a snowball effect, or have you seen some characteristics there that you can go to school on and make those teachable moments?
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, you look at maybe the Maple Leafs, for example, this year have learned, you know, over the years, their young guys have grown and learned that you don't have to win it in one shift. If the other team scores, just be patient and keep playing your game, and eventually the game will come to you. And I think sometimes, you know, with a younger team, you want to get the goal back right away, and that's, you know, that's not a bad thing. The guys are trying and they want to win, and they're, you know, and they want to do everything for the team. But you know, in the NHL, when you do that, you squeeze it, you make mistakes, and all of a sudden it's 2, then it's 3. And that takes time to learn that over years. They're going to learn to just be patient and let the game come to you. And, you know, we've got to do that to get ourselves out of this, but the effort's there and these guys want to win.